Hey girl, you always have the weirdest books, so... Well, if it isn't Eleonora, what brings you here today? Do you need a book? Merlin said Aaron's journal is a big heavy tome. If it's not here, it may be in Tara's royal library. Do you have it? I'm sorry, this is just such a strange coincidence. I just recently found a similar book shoved away in the back corner of a bookshelf. Really? An old-tattered book. This might be what you're looking for. It arrived here before I was even born. It's such an old book. What are the odds that two people would ask for it at the same time? Ask for it? The last person studied it for quite a while. They were completely engrossed, muttered over it for hours. Then suddenly they said, "It's done," handed it back and took off. Weird. Anyway, I'll bet this is the one you need. It's too old to sell for any kind of profit, so why don't you just take it? It's got Aaron's name in it. This must be it. You should definitely read this in more detail. Read the journal. Let's read it. And I don't actually need to read it for the quest to finish, but I want to. Story time. My life. Aaron. Childhood. When I was young, I lived on the outskirts of a village with my mother. I loved being so far from others, alone to think and dream, listening to the sigh of the wind across the fields. I thought it was for reasons like this that my mother had taken me there. But I was wrong. She took me there so that other children would be safe from me. As I grew older, I began to dream of my father. I tried to talk with Mother about it, but she told me I needed to stop wondering, stop imagining, stop thinking about anything other than my chores and how they would help me find a good marriage. A disciplined mind, she said, would make the dreams go away. But I didn't want the dreams to go away. My father would appear and tell me that I was special, that I had a power hidden inside me called a sluag. It was a spirit more feared than death itself, a spirit that fed on dread, hopelessness, and fear, on all the emotions that wither a human heart. It sounds like an appalling way for a child to live, but these terrible emotions, which he collectively called Dorka, could be harnessed. If I could learn to do that, I would not be doomed to a life of inner horror. Instead, I could harness the Dorka and use it as energy, so that I could be a force for good in the world. The slug inside me gives me the ability to leech Dorka from my opponents, and as long as I remain strong, with a heart full of love and hope, I can consume the Dorka to galvanize my own attacks. Dorka will make me into a true hero. But why do full-blooded foamers not use their Dorka themselves? I suspect they are unable to consume it as I do. It just sits inside of them like a tumor, growing larger and larger as the foamer grows more bitter, more frightened, and more evil. Here the paper is so badly damaged that the writing is illegible. Traveling with the Ace Heroes. There was another raid last night. We must not let our guards down. Despite our easy victories, we must consider the possibility that these raids are a mere distraction, and that the enemy's true goal is something else entirely. Here the paper is damaged again. What is happening? There are brief moments in battle when I realize that I am not acting of my own volition, that I am being controlled by something else. It scares me. Gods, it scares me. But thankfully no one else has noticed, and I can't let them know, ever. They would stop trusting me, perhaps even stop seeing me as one of their own. I need to find a solution by myself. The solution. Every day I struggle to repress and damp down the slug. I'm exhausted, emotionally, spiritually. I hardly even sleep anymore. Merlin finally noticed my haggard appearance, and I could hardly keep from shaking as I confessed what's been happening to me. He wanted to tell the other races. I was scared, but I let him do it. The compassion. Oh, the compassion they all showed me. I thought that I would be banished and reviled, but all they wanted to do was help. Together they created a runestone which bore their engravings, a source of power that allayed the slug's energy. It might be the only reason now that the slug has not wrestled control away from me completely. About Bachram. If the slug feeds on darkness, could I starve it by filling my soul with the opposite force? I'm not certain, but I already have a name for this theoretical force. Bachram. It is everything Dorka is not. Hope, love, justice. I just need to find a way to manifest these things, to manifest Bachram. Many pages has been ripped out from this part of the research log. The slug's true identity. It's a lie. It can't be possible. The slug's true identity. All along it's been... The bottom part of this page is torn to shreds. A resolution. Where did it all go wrong? I'm losing control again. Manifesting Bachram saps all my energy, and all I can think about is a nightmare I now have every night, in which I can't manifest any Bachram at all, and the slug devours me from the inside out. I'm so afraid that this might come true. I'm so afraid that the only way to make sure it never happens is to seal myself away. There are no more entries. Oh, girl. Hey, you three. Your girl that was going through some serious shit. You're here. Did you learn anything about the journal? I found it. I think I found something. Aaron's research journal is brimming with information about the slug's rampage. There's bound to be something useful in it. You must have found Aaron's journal. What? You found it? How? What does it say? Since Eleonora doesn't seem enthused, I would guess it doesn't contain anything useful. If you don't mind, may I take a look as well? Of course. There's a sliver of hope. We just have to keep searching. Of course. We learned so much since then. You can do so much more now if we just focus. Between our experience and the journal, we can really accomplish something. Eleonora, Aaron is waiting for you. We'll investigate the journal more. I'm sure she'll be happy that we found it. All right. As you gaze at your reflection in the glossy surface of the crystal, you resolve to tell Aaron you found her old journal the next time you talk. Militant? Hello. I think I'm finally adjusting to waking up like this. As Aaron stretches and recovers from her nap, you casually mention that you found her journal. Huh? You found my journal? Wow. That's a development. Did you read it? Oh, how embarrassing. Her good mood evaporates and her expression darkens. As you've likely learned from my journal, I was once consumed by the slug's darkness. The endless Fomer attacks distracted me. By the time I realized my heart had weakened, it was too late. The other heroes risked their lives so many times for me. It's why I wanted to get stronger as quickly as I possibly could. Looking back, knowing how unstable I was, I made it so much more dangerous for all of us. I leached too much Dorka in too little time, but the foamers were relentless. I had little choice. The Sluag became more violent by the day, constantly on the verge of overtaking me. Once I knew how strong it had become, I went off in search of something to control it. I searched Erin, the old desert ruins, even the deepest dungeons of the Foamer Den. But the Foamers always found me, always attacked, always pushed me to my limits. In the end, what you saw in my memory, that was the moment the Sluag finally broke free of my control. It was terrifying. When I finally regained consciousness, I woke to find my friends scattered around me, broken and battered, barely breathing. I thought we had suffered another Foamer attack. But it was so much worse than that. Their wounds were caused by the chain blade. The people I valued above all else in this world nearly died because of me. I still can't forgive myself for it. They don't blame you. I spent that whole night deliberating, and I eventually came to a decision. There was no other solution in sight. The Sluag was growing ever stronger. My greatest allies were suffering by my own hand. I had to seal myself away forever. Here, with the Sluag. Merlin was so angry with me. They all were. It was hard to convince them at first, but we all knew it was the only option. I never thought they'd stay and protect me here for all these years. Sealing myself here was just a way to protect the rest of the world from me. The only way to keep the Sluag at bay. Sealed as I was, I at least managed to keep my consciousness intact, which is how I'm able to speak with you now. My hope is for you to avoid the same fate I have suffered. Don't lose yourself to the Sluag. Learn everything you can about Bachram. Beat the Sluag. Erin's deepest fears and regrets, everything she's felt during those long solitary years, spills out of her in a rush. The pain of it is almost too much to bear, and you find yourself forced to release the crystal. You've heard all you needed to for now. You can use the crystal again when you're ready for more Chainblade training from Erin. Have you forgotten you have to be fully trained in using Dorka before you'll be able to use Bachram's power? Today I'll teach you 2 new skills. Are you ready? I'm ready. I like your enthusiasm. Well then, close your eyes. Hey girl. Oh, you're not so easily surprised anymore, huh? No, we've been doing this a couple of times now. Well, that's too bad. It was fun to throw you off balance. Today, I'll teach you about the Spinning Slasher skill. The Spinning Slasher is ideal against multiple enemies in close range. It drags enemies toward you for a solid hit that will force them all back simultaneously. If you're overwhelmed by enemies, it gives you space. When you swing the chain blade, enemies to your right will be pulled toward you and take damage. But of course, the best way to learn is practical application, right? Why not try Spinning Slasher on those ghosts? I've already provided you with the Dorka you need to practice. Keep an eye on how much Dorka you leech using normal attacks. Alright. Use your brains as well as your muscles. You gotta calculate how much Dorka you need to use the skill. Impressive! You're doing well for such a difficult skill. I'm impressed with your progress so far. Perhaps this can be attributed to your great instructor. Probably. Now I can teach you about Anchor Rush. It allows you to move freely in any direction within a certain distance. It's an extremely useful skill that utilizes the elasticity of the chain blade to escape dangerous situations. You can even use it after you've been stunned by an opponent. Practice using Anchor Rush to rapidly approach the ghosts and attack them. A mischievous smile suddenly spreads across Aaron's face. I'm going to slow you down just a bit, but I'm sure you can handle a few ghosts. Remember, Anchor Rush is intended to get you from point A to point B, fast. Walk if you must, but make sure you practice. I'll replenish your Dorka for you again. Now let's start practicing Anchor Rush. Suddenly you're overcome with a strange sensation and your body becomes sluggish and slow. Oh. You did that perfectly. Try it again to ingrain it in your memory. Can I move that far? No. Strange feeling finally lifts and Aaron is all smiles. I bet my little speed adjustment was annoying, eh? Don't worry, I've already put you back to normal. You know how vital speed is to winning a battle. With Anchor Rush, you can cut right through the chaos. Go ahead and practice what you've learned. I promise I won't mess with you. This time. Good job, you've improved immensely. You'll be able to use Anchor Rush once you leave. But don't use Spinning Slasher until you've practiced more. The skills you're learning from Aaron are invaluable. Whatever you learn next time will be positively amazing. You've done so well with what I've taught you. I'll have even more to teach you next time you visit. Once you grow accustomed to the chain blade, you'll naturally be able to learn other skills. Focus on Anchor Rush training for now, okay? Phew. Yet again, I've reached the end of my energy. Let's continue this another day. Shall we get out of here? Yeah, let's go. The air begins to shift and swirl around you. What's happened since I taught you last? I'm worried my old enemies will target you as well. Then again, you have Merlin, Starlet, and Jay with you. With those three at your side and the skills I've taught you, you'll be more than a match for whatever they can dish out. Just be sure that you always stay alert and on guard. The enemy is full of surprises, and they'll stop at nothing to sate their desire for the Sluag's power. They've even tried to channel the Sluag's power by filling objects with Dorka. Fortunately, they've yet to notice I'm sealed away inside one of their own dungeons. They've never thought to look right under their own noses. Ha! Militant, you've read my journal, so you already know about Bachram, right? There must be a way to wield the chain blade safely, without letting the Sluag go on a rampage. However, it isn't easy for me to figure it out, given my current state. She's keeping her tone neutral for the most part, but you can hear an echo of desperation. I'm counting on you, Militant. Please figure out how to use Bachram. I will. Even if we were to find a way, I won't be as I was before. There's a Sluag within me, and that makes me different. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Wow, Eleonora, it sure would be great to hear some good news every now and then. Everything blurs together. Please try to find a clue in the journal. There must be something I overlooked. If only there could be an escape from this darkness. Her voice sounds so sad. Hey, Professor. Did you figure anything out? Welcome back. We have good news about the journal. Even with the extensive deterioration, we were able to salvage a significant amount about Aaron's efforts to stop the Sluag. The horrible nightmare she mentions near the end must be the moment Aaron lost control of her power. If only we had known. Well, we aren't going to make any progress lamenting past mistakes. Our time is better spent searching for a solution. I know that much, but it's so frustrating knowing we might have been able to help her after all. You've already done so much, Merlin. I am sure Aaron appreciates everything. Merlin really looked up to Aaron. He made a new chain blades just for her. He always did want to help her, even then. She wanted to control her power flow, and I knew how to attach a special mana runestone to her weapon. Why shouldn't I have helped where I could? That's it! That's what? Why not? Worth trying. Great job, Starlet. You've solved our problem. We can help Aaron control the Sluag's power by fixing a mana-filled runestone to her weapon. That always worked for her in the past. The mana from a specially made runestone would help her recover more quickly. That's so simple and brilliant. How have we not thought of that before? Merlin. Yes, Starlet? Will you be able to make another runestone like that? Of course! I have years more experience now. I could make a vastly improved runestone. He's grinning from ear to ear, positively bursting with confidence. That's good. It's good to see the old you again, Professor J. It feels good. We're going to be just fine, aren't we? We are now. This has got to be the happiest you've ever seen them. Well then, let's start gathering materials for a new runestone, shall we? Okay, but if we're doing this, let's do it right. Let's get the highest quality mana stone we can, so we can store as much mana as possible. Hillwen Mines will be our best chance. Aaron used gems before, but we'll want a mana stone. I can get a mana stone. Are you sure you can find a mana stone? I can get a mana stone. Didn't you meet someone that specialized in mana stone research? If you find them, they might be able to give you some kind of clue. Yes, we did. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just gonna go see if I can get us the stone we need. Hey, can you help me? Oh, we met before, haven't we? Yes. If memory serves, you were the one who helped with my research. What brings you here? You can't say anything specific about Aaron. You just say you're looking for high-quality mana stones. High quality, huh? For anyone else, that might be tough, but for me, getting my hands on some high-quality mana stones is easy peasy. But why would someone like you be in such a rush to get one? To make a new runestone for a friend, or... oh, no reason in particular. No reason in particular. The spectacled boy smiles even more widely than before. It's actually a bit unnerving. You think so too? Mana stones are a tool for storing an individual's powerful mana. I believe they can even hold even more. I believe they could carry a user's emotion. In the course of my research, I've collected several mana stones. Since you've helped me with my research, I guess I could give you one as thanks. Be careful. The higher quality mana stones are more fragile. Tell you what, get me a holy water of Lumilark, and I'll purify the best mana stone I've got for you. I think I have one. I should have one. Yeah. Wow, that didn't take long, did it? Just a moment. No, I kinda had it on me. Now, you just put this here, then use the holy water of Lumilark. Okay. Done. Now, I'm off to continue my journey. I'm glad I could help you out before I left. Okay. Surely we'll see each other again, right? I hope so, but good night bye for now. Pure mana stone. Okay. Huh. You're weird. Hey Merlin, I got the stone. Oh. Thought I clicked on him. Eleonora, where were you all this time? For brief explanation, you hand the new mana stone to fascinated Merlin. What's this? Where in the world did you manage to get such a fantastic stone? I suppose that's a discussion for another day. Time for me to work my magic. Literally. Okay. Everyone cares for Aaron so much. It would be wonderful if the runestone helped. Did you do it? It's finished. And I took the time to put a little extra pizzazz in it this time too. All that's left is to take this to Aaron. You can almost feel the mana and care he put into it. Phew, it's been a while since I've had to make anything that required so much focus. I'm exhausted. Imagine what you could do if you worked that hard all the time. Very funny, Professor. You know I always put the utmost care into everything I do. It's good to see that's still the case. If the runestone is as powerful as we hope, she might recover enough strength to remove the seal. We can only hope. Indeed, she's been alone for too long. The sooner we can help her, the better. We never had happier times than when Aaron was with us. How could there be anything but good results, or is it not as easy as you think? How could there be anything but good results? I refuse to believe that it was not gonna work. Too true, Starlet. Aaron brought joy to all our lives. Eleonora is just the beginning. One day she'll be able to speak with all of us again, as she did so long ago. We all miss her so much. Something tells me Merlin would be happiest of all of us to see her again. And why is that? Yeah, I'm going. Can feel their excitement about seeing Aaron again. Yeah, I'm going. Calm down. Hey, Starlet. Eleonora, is the runestone safe and sound? Thank goodness we have someone whose soul can resonate with Aaron's. There would have been no way to deliver the mana to her otherwise. While you were with her, we figured out a plan. The next time you visit Aaron, you give her the runestone. Of course, you might as well let her teach you more about Dorka. I can see that's really benefiting you. Just remember to give her the runestone at the end of the lesson. Then, as long as nothing unexpected happens, Aaron will have all her strength back, all because of my mana. The seal will be broken, and Aaron will have no choice but to shower me in appreciation. What? I bet if Aaron were here, you would not poke fun like that. What? That's not true. You don't think I'm taking this seriously? I am taking it seriously. I'm just not scared like the rest of you wimps. Oh, something does. It's right next to you. Too bad that currently it's sealed. What? It's so true. Every time Merlin joked around, Aaron always punished him. Yes, the real reason we need her back is just to keep Merlin in check. Sounds ideal to me. Oh. Thank goodness Aaron can't hear any of this. At least I assume she can't. Can you hear anything when you're in that place with her? Nope. But I ignore him. Okay, I'm ignoring him. That's wonderful. You wonder if you will one day speak to Aaron in the physical world. It seems so foreign because you're so accustomed to the immaterial place you've shared with her via the crystal. Would you miss the resonating of your souls? A cold energy shoots through your body, interrupting your wistful thoughts. Hey girl. Hi Militon. How long was I asleep this time? Goodness, it feels like it's been eons. Look at Merlin's expression. He looks like the cat that ate the canary. He always had that expression when he was hiding something from me. I kind of miss it, actually. Such a strange feeling every time I awaken to your call, Militon. It's as if I'm slowly rising to the surface after having sunk in a deep, dark ocean. But it's relief to see your face after I break the surface. So last time you said you found my journal. Did anything come of that? Tell Aaron about the hypothesis you and the Aces developed based on her journal. Then you bring up Merlin's newly crafted runestone. I did assume that Merlin would get stronger while I was sealed away. He was born with a special destiny after all. Forget what I just said. Merlin prefers to keep that a secret. Anyway, what you're telling me is that Merlin made another runestone. He also contributed to the development of the crystal that keeps me sealed. I analyzed the principles of his first runestone and modeled mine after it. I was exhausted though. You can probably imagine how bad the situation needs to be when someone decides to be sealed away from the entire world. Due to my fatigue, the crystal wasn't as good as it should have been. But Merlin was able to finish the task. A lonely smile forms on the lips. Oh, Merlin. Incredibly talented, slightly insufferable. A runestone full of his mana. That would be huge. And you, Militon. Even if Merlin crafts a new runestone, you realize I won't be able to absorb mana from it without your help. But as long as I can count on you. But absorbing such powerful mana all at once, even I can't predict what would happen. It's dangerous to absorb mana that's not one's own in the first place. But it's Merlin. There's no one alive who's better with mana. And since it's me, I'm sure he tried even harder than usual to make it safe. Hey, I just thought of something. Absorbing the mana will take me a good amount of time, so I should teach you the last few chain/slash skills before I start. Isn't that what a cute young ace hero would do for you? Huh. Yes, I know Starlet's taken a shine to you. You're just her type. I know her. I used to live with her 24/7. We were like sisters even. Do you have someone like that? Someone you know really well, who cares for you? The way they understood each other, even without words. The way that they knew where each other's cracks were, and still treated each other like good eggs. That kind of friendship is rare. That's what I had with the other ace heroes. I should have told them that while I was with them. I should have realized that you can't laugh and talk with those precious to you forever. Let's not talk about this further. I still have a few more things to teach you. Let's do that and then I'll take the runestone. Shall we jump right into skill training? Yeah, let's go. I don't have much left to teach you actually. But that doesn't mean you can slack off, okay? Practice will make a huge difference when it comes to fighting with a chain blade. Now close your eyes. The skill you're going to learn first is Death Mark. Lovely name, right? Sometimes you'll want to focus on defeating one particular enemy. That's when you'll want to use Death Mark. Death Mark makes your attack attacks on one enemy more damaging and simultaneously attracts other monsters who will start to attack their own comrade. Whoa. Now try it out for yourself. What do you think? Deathmark is great for when you want to prioritize the elimination of one enemy over all the others. Like maybe if one of them happens to be your former romantic partner. Sorry, it's a bad joke, I know. Do you even have any former romantic partners? Do you date much, Eleonora? Well, look at me digressing when I should be teaching you the best skill to use when you've got a bunch of enemies gathered all around the death-marked one. It's called Chain Sweep. From afar, you leap high into the air and attack with a chain blade. Go try it. Fantastic. Just one pointer. Any opponents who come into range during the attack won't be hit. The skill's true intention is to knock down enemies. I'm tired right now. I think once again I can only teach you one skill this time. It's the Chain Sweep skill. I know you're excited about Deathmark, but that one's a bit tricky. Let's save it for later. I understand. It isn't easy to teach you a bunch of new skills while sealed like this, you know. Practice Chain Sweep. It'll help build a foundation for Deathmark. Alright then. Use all the skills you've learned so far to defeat what is about to be summoned. Everyone looks at you with compassion. Your heavy breathing begins to slow. I wish I had met you before I was sealed. We could have done so much more together. You would have been a better sparring partner than Merlin, that's for sure. You even get along with the other aces. It would have been so grand. Very grand. She stands up straighter. Honestly, when you said that you and the other aces were looking for a way to unseal me, I was anxious, even though I was really happy. The anxiety was there, yes. Because if I accept Merlin's runestone, I will have greater control over the slug when I'm in here. But it's a whole different matter to control it if the seal is broken. Something could go wrong when I'm back out there. I could cause a horrific incident as I did before. What if I hurt the ones I hold dear? Again. And then there's you, Eleonora. I wouldn't want you to see those sides of me. To think that the day would come where I'd speak such weak-hearted words. I've been sealed up for too long. I think we're resonating in a more deeply spiritual way than we even thought. I can hardly seem to hide my true feelings and insecurities from you. No one out there ever knew that I lived with such anxiety. In fact, I hope you'll keep it between you and me. Could you? Of course. Thank you. Well, I think I can do this now. Will you hand me Merlin's runestone? Of course. You're nervous to hand it to her because you know your skin will make contact. But you manage to give her the runestone. Ah, Merlin's talons have not subsided in the least. It's a perfect shape and the mana inside is extremely powerful. I can feel it. Erin removes a charm from a necklace and replaces it with the runestone. A bright light flashes from the runestone, but it's gone in an instant. What was that? Didn't quite feel like I remembered it would. I don't know if it worked. Could just be my nerves. Or perhaps Merlin has done something different with the mana. I'm feeling weak from maintaining this space we're in. Do you mind if we take our leave? No, of course not. The air begins to shift and swirl around you. Erin doesn't look well. Don't worry about me. I I do feel faint. You know, I do wonder, Militon, why you? How did the slug enter you, and how did you manage to find me? Could this too be your fate? There's still so much I don't understand, but I will have to ask you later. Yes, you should go. It's clearly sapping my strength, the absorption of this mana. Go and tell Merlin, Starlet, and Jay not to worry. Maybe the next time I see you, we'll be able to talk face to face. You let yourself relax, no longer trying to make your soul resonate with the crystal. You feel yourself returning to the material world. Aaron's face fades away into mist. Eleonora, what happened? From our standpoint, it just looked like you were standing there with your hand on the crystal. But you saw Aaron, right? He delivered my runestone? You rummaged through your bag. Merlin's runestone is no longer there. I still don't really understand what's going on with the metaphysics of this situation, but I'm glad you gave her the runestone. Yeah, I don't really get it either. Will Aaron wake up soon now? I don't want anything to go wrong. Nothing's going to go wrong, right? Merlin? Of course, don't worry, Starlet. I made the stone myself, and I endowed it with generous amounts of my own mana. It's just, I can't believe there's a chance Aaron could return. I'm so excited, but nervous. Calm down, girl. After hearing this, you recall Aaron's message for the Aces. You tell Starlet that Aaron doesn't want them to worry. Well, I can't help it. We shouldn't bother her while she's undergoing this process. Oh, I can't wait to tell her about all the things we accomplished while she was gone. And I want to introduce her to that man who makes delicious food. Even that guy who cares about nothing but money. Merlin rambles on excitedly, regaling all of you with the stories he wants to tell Aaron. You should give Aaron time to absorb the mana and then return. Aaron seemed so tired. Was the mana too much for her in her weakened state? That's very possible. After being asleep for so long, she's likely experiencing shock. It's obvious absorbing mana from the runestone is putting a strain on Aaron. Perhaps she should stop for today. She will not fall asleep again, will she? Or if it truly is Aaron, she will do well. I told you it was useless. Eleonora, you don't look well. Are you sick? Merlin's expression changes to one of concern as he leans in to get a better look at you. Procuring the mana stone seems to have taken a lot out of you. Why don't you relax for a while? I think we could all use a break. You may be the only one of us who actually gains energy from hard work, Merlin. I can't help it if I'm just naturally amazing like that. Huh. Alright, that's enough bragging for now. Anyway, Professor J is right. Aaron probably needs time to absorb the mana. Let's rest and wait for Aaron to recover. Great idea, Starlet. Time for a picnic. A picnic wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but we definitely need some relaxation. Eleonora, why don't you join us? We can all go together. We'll be waiting at Tirchanel. Oh, okay. Kicking back with the Ace heroes would be a great way to relax while you wait for Aaron to recover. Why not go to the location Merlin mentioned? Okie doke. There's more people here. Hey, culinary artist. You're really tall. I thought I was tall. But okay. Leonora, you're here. It struck us that you and Aaron both seemed exhausted. And we know the Sluag's power is, well, incredibly difficult to control. We figured you could use the rest. As always, Starlet, you've got the kindest heart of us, all of us. There's one thing every great picnic needs. Do you know what that is? A delicious lunch, a delicious lunch, a delicious lunch. Let's go the middle. Exactly. No picnic is complete without a tasty packed lunch. That's why I brought someone special. Aren't you excited? Of course I am. I might just pack my own lunch. I haven't done that in ages. Lately I've been making dishes on Imbolic. Someday I'll make a delicious meal that we can all share together. Heh. Millie's face took on a serious expression. Starlet, remember that friend we always think of when we talk about cooking? There's a time and place for everything. Why not sit down and enjoy a good lunch with friends for now? Well, if you all insist, perhaps next time I'll pack the lunch. I look forward to it, but for today we relax. As the three heroes chat with each other, you can sense you're being watched. A covered wagon nearby may be the source of your unease. Hey there, Miss Milliton. It's been a while. Boy, Merlin sounded so urgent. I've had quite a lot of work to do lately, and all I want now is a spectacular dish. Merlin, that culinary artist may need a breather. You've ordered quite a lot. Huh? I haven't eaten that much. Besides, I fix the chef's cart so often, they're happy to cook for me anytime. My good chef, there is a guest of honor among us. Would you be so kind as to show off your extraordinary culinary talent? Culinary artist is the best in the business. It's a treat to create culinary delights when there are empty bellies to fill. You can see a happy gleam in the culinary artist's eyes. They must have something extra special planned. So, Miss Milliton, won't you assist me in creating an excellent dish for your friends here? Gather a few simple ingredients for me, and I'll make a dish none of you will soon forget. Okay. 5 eggs. I don't have 5 eggs on me. Alright, I got eggs for you. Goodness, these eggs are so fresh I can practically smell the yolk through the shell. Now you just need to collect the remaining ingredients. Meat. Alright. It's perfectly tender with just the right amount of marbling. Alright. Wonderful, there's just one final ingredient I need. Chocolate. Ew, what could possibly have inspired him to mix meat and chocolate? Okay. Okay, I got your chocolate. What are you gonna do with it? So fast. Thank you, Miss Milliton. Please allow me to create a magnificent dish worthy of a legendary cook. Suddenly the culinary artist's arms move in a flurry only a magic caster could match. He wields the kitchen knife like it's an extension of his own arm. The aromas of sweet chocolate and sizzling steak immediately start your mouth watering. In the blink of an eye, a plate appears before you, bearing a beautiful cut of steak that glistens with a light chocolate glaze. Okay. Woohoo, Miss Milliton! With the fresh ingredients you gathered, I was able to create the most masterful dish. Merlin begins speaking around a mouthful of food. I think he's trying to say, that's right. Your help made all this possible. Merlin, I like seafood, but I don't want to see your food, you know what I mean? But this food is so amazing, heavenly. I love nothing more than seeing the faces of those I serve light up with joy as they taste my creations. Miss Milliton, you should try a bite as well. The chocolate glazed steak seems to be very popular. It must taste absolutely wonderful. Perhaps you should try a bite too. Sure. feel the same tingling excitement eating this as I felt when I was waiting for my date. Under the snow, sipping hot chocolate. Is it... what? Alright. If you say so. The wonderful taste of the steak still lingers in your mouth. I see you're enjoying the food as well. I'm glad. It seems to have put some much needed color back in your cheeks. It would be so delightful if Aaron was with us. Neither the chef nor treasure hunter know of Aaron. We may have special powers, but with those powers come our own special problems. For that reason, we try to avoid asking any personal questions. Still, I'd love for her to meet everyone someday. I hope she recovers and breaks free of the seal soon. Yeah. I hope so too. Talk to Aira. Okay. Guess we're going to Dumby again. Hello, Eleonora. I know this is unexpected, but you know how you took that really old book? And remember I said someone else looked at it too? Well, they returned to see if anyone else had used it. Made some weird comment about how it should be appreciated instead of hidden away in the back. I know I shouldn't have, but I told them you took it. They seemed really happy, muttered about a plan. It seems kind of shady now that I think about it. Like they meant for you to find the book. Yeah, that does sound shady. It was a boy with glasses like me. Sound familiar? Maybe someone you helped before. That kid who worked with monostones. Could it be him? I figured I should tell you, so here we are. I'm glad you came. I wanted to warn you just in case. Alright. I need to tell the aces. Leonora, just in time. Something's wrong. Wrong, I tell you. Merlin, calm down and explain. Eleonora, while you were gone, we felt another foreboding presence. It came from the direction of Pika Dungeon, from within its deepest, darkest depths. Since the runestone we gave Aaron is filled with my mana, I could sense it. But something's wrong. Something dark has contaminated the mana. That's not good. The mana stone you used to create the runestone was from the bespectacled boy, and Aira's warning was unsettling. You share what Aira told you with the other heroes. That's a bit too suspicious to be a coincidence, especially because he asked Eleonora to study that runestone. And Eleonora just happened to meet us, bearing the power of the Sluag. What is that boy up to? Merlin's brows are furrowed so tightly they look like battling caterpillars. I should have figured it out sooner. Damn. If something happens to her, I'll never forgive myself. What the blazes are we waiting for? We need to make sure she's all right. Let's move. Yeah, let's go. What's going on? Aaron? No, not yet. I don't want freedom yet. It's so terrifying. How will I make decisions all by myself? What are you doing? Now, we need the Sluag's power. I won't let you do this. No, I can't. Calm down, girl. You need to calm down. Or this will happen. Possessed Aaron. Wait, that's... Aaron. How did the crystal seal break? Was there something wrong with the runestone? Wait, weren't they the ones that were harassing us before? Was it a trap? First and foremost, we need to calm Aaron down. She looks just like she did before she lost her senses. Her former blood has awakened. Talking with her will be impossible. Truthfully, she looks worse than she ever did before. No, it can't be. Aaron. Eleonora, fight Aaron with your chain blade. Help her by taking some of her darkness. Oh. We'll cover you. We'll make sure both of you are unharmed. Got her. Come back to us, girl. No. What are you doing? What's wrong? What is it? It's the Dorka that Eleonora took from Aaron. It's too much. Aaron, what are you doing? I have an idea. I think I can help Eleonora. Merlin, help me with this. What are we doing? Your head is pounding. Everything's quiet. Is this the inner world Aaron created? It is. You are succeeding so far. It's the same place where Aaron taught you skills. You see her in the corner. She's quietly chanting a spell to herself. Eleonora, do you understand now? It's me. The Sluag is just another version of me. I knew it all along, but I could never tell the other aces. I couldn't confess to them that I was the source of all their pain. Even though I knew that Merlin, Starlet, and Jay would never abandon me, no matter how bad it got, in the end I was a coward. I didn't trust the others' kindness. For a long time I wondered what could defeat the Sluag. I don't know. Is it the courage to accept your own weak, dark-hearted self? Is it a strong heart? Is it faith that the people who love you do so for who you are and not in spite of who you are? Eleonora, don't make my mistake. I hope you understand true friendship better than I. I believe you can overcome the Sluag. I have more hope in you than I do myself. I will give you all of my remaining power. A cold and unknown power is flowing through your body. Suddenly you know with certainty that you can bring out the fullest, most terrifying power of the chain blade. Now let's finish this battle with the Sluag. I believe in you. I will watch over you. Bachram boost effect is activated. Okay, so I have to fight myself. I do. And I hurt. No, this can't be. In the same instance that you defeated your corrupt, possessed self, a cry of rage echoes all around. Eleonora! Wait. Your vision goes dark. You barely hear people calling your name. Eleonora, snap out of it. Aaron, Eleonora, are you okay? Answer us. The voices grow fainter. You feel your body sink down into nothingness. That's not good. Hey, girl. Hey, everyone. Am I taller than Merlin? Hello, girl. Hey, you're out. Erin is standing in front of me, her features sharp and aquiline. Silky golden hair flows behind her and arms are crossed. Looks like she was waiting for me to wake up. Her one turquoise eye and one violet eye have the same lively sparkle in their depths. Are you awake? I've just been here, stargazing. After all these years, Iweka and Ladika continue to shine in Erin's night sky. I suppose this is the first time we've actually spoken face to face, isn't it? I have to admit, I prefer this over our previous meetings. You might have figured this out by now, but those people who broke my seal were the ones who wanted my power so long ago. You see, I had concealed myself for protection, but eventually they tracked me down like the dogs they are. Thank the gods, Merlin's barrier kept them from entering this area. My only regret is that they decided to corrupt you with the Sluag's power, so that you would make contact with me and break apart both of the barriers standing in their way. Erin, I'm sorry. When I felt the Sluag inside Eleonora, I never suspected that was part of their plan. Just a moment, what about the person who gave Eleonora the Mana Stone in the first place? You recall the bespectacled boy who asserted he was a runestone's owner. He did seem a bit odd, but could he really be a Fomer? If he actually was in on it, he obviously didn't count on Eleonora's power of Bachram spoiling their plan. He deserves some kudos. Wait. Erin grabs your hand and stares at you intently. You feel a flicker of her thoughts pass from her hand into yours. Keep still and smile, pull your hand away, make a straight face, slowly interlock your hands. Slowly interlock our hands. You feel strangely happy about the whole thing. So you like me that much, Eleonora? I'm happy as well. Even with the Sluag in me, I couldn't have been all that bad, because I made a friend like you. Wow, to hear Erin say that, you must be more amazing than we thought. Oh my. I'm building a new habit, everyone. The habit of truly communicating, not just talking. Eleonora turned me into it, when our souls resonated in the crystal. There was just something I wanted to check. I didn't think you would hold on to me like that. Okay, I understand. She mutters something under her breath and lets go of your hand. Well, Eleonora, since I can't resonate with you anymore, I'd say that power has disappeared. In fact, all my powers. What? Truly, Erin? Yes. I believe it's because the Sluag can't devour any Dorka to grow strong. Erin, are you okay? I'd be lying if I said I was completely okay, but I feel utterly free, power or no power. You're fine with it? I'm just enjoying the feeling of not being beholden to anyone. And Eleonora, you were able to manifest the power of Bachram while you fought with your own possessed self. That's proof that you will not be taken over by the Dorka, no matter how much of it you take into yourself. Could it be that my own power that I entrusted to you allowed you to do this? That would truly be a silver lining. Thanks to the power of Bachram, obtained by fighting with your possessed self, you should be able to use the chain blade safely. But what will happen to Erin? She lost all her powers. bid farewell. Right now she's talking with the other ace heroes. Aaron, what will you do now? Yeah, you're going to stay with us, right? Like the good old days. I don't know. You do realize I have no special powers. Yeah, we know that, but even if you lost your powers, we're still friends. Of course, Starlet. You're all the dearest friends anyone could have. Exactly! So just like the good old days, we are friends, but I can no longer be an ace. I know you all remember and hold this fact close to your hearts, that the being an ace comes with the obligation to live as nobly as the title. The way I am right now, I cannot fulfill this requirement. Especially in regards to you, Merlin. You have yet to meet your special someone. I do not want to be an obstacle along that path. Erin is right, she cannot remain an ace, but you're free to contact me anytime you wish, little Merlin. Little? You really haven't changed. I'm grateful we had this moment before I go. But Aaron, won't you stay a little while? Not as an ace, but... For the first time since you met him, Professor J's stern, serious face softens. Not as an ace, but as a friend, so that we may talk about the things that happened while you were sealed, and to introduce you to our many friends. Oh, those friends that I saw when Eleonora's soul resonated with mine? The friend who talked too much, or the one obsessed with money? Sorry, you'd think I'd be less judgmental after so many years. Well, I couldn't ask for better people to guide me in my second chance at life. And so, Eleonora. We must say our final goodbyes. Yes. Well, I don't mean to be so trite, and of course I'm shy, but... She comes near to you and whispers something only you can hear. Thank you, Eleonora. You rescued me from the depths of darkness, where I was alone. When I heard your voice, I felt alive again. I'll always remember you. Her low voice brims with kindness. You can hardly believe that she had a sluag, like the one you can feel within you now. Bachram Bearer. I think that's the end of the actual story quests. All the other quests I have now for Change Slash is gain reach rank to unlock new skills. So I think that's actually it for the story. The aces are gone. Alright, I think that's it. We finished the Chain Slash storyline. I liked it. It felt like there was a lot of thought put into it, and I really liked Aaron as a character. She made a good ace. So I hope we get to see her more afterwards. Anyway, that's it for this time. Hope you all enjoyed this little look into the story, and hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you guys soon. Bye.